Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Yeah, the last episode was definitely something that happened. I don't want to say that we performed terribly, especially in that in that second run of the episode. The first run of the episode, I made a very blatant mistake that I did not realize was going to be a mistake at the time, and that was ultimately what sparked our demise. So, I completely understand the mistake, and it really boiled down to that and not much of anything else. Whereas the second run was kind of, I don't know. It was like, it felt like it should have been winnable, yet if you really looked at the stats and the items that we had, we were not all that strong. We just had the ability to regain a lot of HP, and to have a lot of HP, and that ultimately fell apart, when we couldn't get the HP fast enough. So I don't know. Obviously, I didn't play well. I'm not trying to defend that, whatsoever. But I do think that it wasn't entirely my fault the second run. We did have a little bit of adversity to deal with. I don't really know what else to say about it. Because I don't know. It felt so. It felt like I really should have been able to win that, and it really felt like, I let myself down. But, there wasn't much I could have done. Realistically, there was not much I could have done. So, we're here now, though. We're ready to move on. We're ready to kick some ass here, hopefully. Oh, I apologize. That must have been really loud. I did not mean to swallow like that. Yeah, yesterday was otherwise a pretty good day for me. I got to see a friend that I haven't seen for a long time, and it was good. And we watched the movie Hereditary together, which horror movies are absolutely not my thing. They are most certainly his thing. But I had heard that Hereditary had little to no jump scares, and it was more about the psychological element of horror, which I could get down with. And we watched that, and it freaked me the fuck out. But it was a very good movie, and I definitely recommend it. It is just constant tension, and I had heard that before from people who had seen it, that it never lets you get a break, but it really does not ever let you get a break. It's like you think that it's going to transition into something that will maybe be a little more calmed down so that you can gather your bearings and then get ready for the next buildup of tension. But the next buildup of tension is already happening. It's almost like it never really dies to begin with. So I mean, it's really good. It was definitely worth the watch. I'm just a little on edge still after watching it. But very good movie. I would recommend it to just about anybody. Obviously, if you're not a big horror fan, maybe not suitable, but at the same time, I'm not a big horror fan either, and yet that, I was able to do that because you know, it wasn't your typical brand of horror, I guess. You know, it was something different. But I don't know, you know, to each their own. You know, it is definitely, I don't want to say this to, you know, I don't know, sound elitist, you know, I don't want it to come across that way, but it is definitely not, in my opinion, for the faint of heart, in the sense that, you know, just because of the tension that is constantly building up and is constantly there, you know, and the fact that your heart never really gets a break, I would say that that in of itself, you know, makes it kind of like, you know, you know, if you can't handle tension, if you can't handle you know, if you can't handle tension, let alone constant tension, I don't think the movie is a good watch for you. I think it's a good movie, but you know, you definitely got to be able to hold on throughout, you know, so you can pay attention to the story and really understand what's happening. But you know, I mean, like, from a film standpoint, you know, I recommend it to anybody because I think it is a very good movie. But from a horror standpoint, I guess, you know, might be hard to handle for some people, which is completely understandable. You know, to be honest, I wasn't expecting it to terrify me as much as it did, but it definitely did that, and it never stopped, you know. And I you know, I was sitting there and I was waiting, you know, I was waiting for a break for the longest time so I could fucking collect myself. And you know, Jesus Christ, it never really did that. Never gave me that chance. Never gave anybody that chance. But you know, a very good movie as a whole. Again, would recommend it to anybody. To be honest, I don't think, you know what, let me drink some water first. I don't think that it is going to make me more inclined to watch horror movies because I still can't handle them, you know, the way that some other people can. Like, you know, I mean during Hereditary, there were scenes where I just could not look directly at the screen, you know, like I had to watch out of the corner of my eye because, you know, I was completely terrified. But you know, what was I gonna say? I mean, there are definitely some horror movies I think I want to watch in the future. Like, I've been meaning to read the book It for a while now, and I do want to watch that at some point. And I know that you know, it's a horror movie, and they actually, you know, just released the trailer for the second one too. This one's just a speed upgrade, right? I don't want that. I need help on the offensive department. Maybe. But yeah, you know, like that's definitely, those movies are definitely ones that I'm gonna want to watch. I think, yeah, we'll take this. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it, you know, that kind of stuff in the future. To be honest, I don't think I will be able to. I can't handle like the typical gimmicky kind of horror, even though, you know, it is stupid. You know, like I can't do it, you know, like I can't do the jump scares. You know, because I hate being startled. And on top of that, like, You know, I don't know, even though there was a constant wave of tension that you felt, or that you got from Hereditary, it never was I don't know, how do I want to say this? It never, you know, I never really feared for getting startled. There were a couple times where I did get startled, but it was minor. You know, I never really had to fear for that. But when you're watching a typical horror movie, that's something that would be in the back of my mind, is that like, all right, when am I going to get startled next? You know, when am I going to, you know, when are they going to try and catch me off guard next? You know, and so you're always on edge. And I don't think that that is a testament to the movie that you're watching. I think that that is, you know, a matter of how well you're able to handle suspense. God damn it. That was really bad. That was terrible. We're going to forget that ever happened. But, you know. Yeah, I mean, I've never been able to handle horror movies well. I don't think I will be able to anytime soon. Like, I watched, I think, The Woman in Black with my brothers. Whenever that came out, like 2010, something like that, with Daniel Radcliffe, and you know, that movie kind of freaked me out for a while. Granted, I watched it when I was younger, you know, which is obviously not a great idea, especially if you are afraid of, like inherently, you know, afraid of getting scared, you know. I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you know, if you're like inherently afraid of it to begin with, then I think that it makes you more susceptible to it. I apologize for having to consume so many different beverages, but it is early in the morning, my mouth is dry, and I also need to wake up, so I've got coffee and I've got water here. Which, you know, if my mouth is dry, coffee is definitely not the thing for it. But, you know, I need to wake up too. I gotta get those juices flowing in the brain, so that when I'm playing Cities Skylines later, I can make effective decisions as mayor. Can you, please? You guys know where I am, you know. Just come over here. I don't understand why you gotta make things so difficult for everybody involved, you know. I mean, you can't shoot at me behind those rocks. I can't hit you behind those rocks. It's not doing anybody any favors. Oh, good. Good. Okay, we got anemic, which is like the icon is the exact opposite of the first item we had. Not the exact opposite, but you know what I mean. Like the inverted version. Alright. This is going to be a rough boss fight, but that's okay. We'll deal. We'll be okay. We should be fine, but it's definitely going to take us a bit here. Ah! What is my problem? Probably, you know, would need to wake up a bit more for one thing, but I'm definitely not on my A game. That is for sure. Here we go. Yo, you will not get this, I promise. There we go. We get Cuban meat, which is okay. I'm going to go back, grab this half red heart, and then we will be on our way. I don't like how the last run was setting up, and to be honest, I don't like how this run is currently setting up. However, a significant damage upgrade or rate of fire upgrade could change that. It's just from an offensive standpoint, this is not looking too good so far. And, you know, in the NFL and in football in general, they tell you that defense wins championships. And I'm sure they say that in, I don't know if that's a saying, that's common throughout many sports, but they say that defense wins championships. I don't think that's the case in Isaac, to be honest. I don't think a barrage of defensive items is going to win you a run. I think that offensive items are what are going to propel you to a victory. 9 times out of 10, I win a run because I have one significantly powerful or multiple significantly powerful offensive items that enable me to kill a lot of different enemies without any issues. So I mean that's my personal opinion, I guess. I've said this many times throughout the Isaac series, but I don't know how the Isaac community feels about certain things. I'm not very in tune with that necessarily, but it's just how I feel about it. And to be honest, fuck the Isaac community. Okay? Alright, I don't need their validation for my opinions. Alright, I have my own validation. Thank you very much. Infamy. Hell yeah. You know what? I mean, I'll still take defensive items. Don't get me wrong. But, I'm just saying, I think offensive items win runs. Right now, I do not have a whole lot of offensive items. Maybe this Judgment Boy will assist us with that. Okay, I was hoping that you were going to help us out, but you definitely and most certainly did not. Alright. If I take damage here, I won't be too upset. But I will be a little upset considering it's Monstro. Because I still do want to try for a deal with the devil, even though we lost that red heart container that we had initially. But, I mean, this is fine right now, Monstro is never a hard boss fight. It's really just a matter of, hey, can I avoid taking damage so I can take advantage of a deal with the devil or not, It looks like we're going to pull through here. See if we can take anything from the deal with the devil. Hopefully we can. Ooh. We're going to take ceremonial robes. And a couple different pills here. And we're going to take the pact. I'm going to take that risk, absolutely. I'm going to pop these pills, too. Very risky play. I am well aware of that. And it could absolutely backfire. But right now, I am feeling very confident for one reason or another. I just spilled coffee on my pants, which is wonderful. But I'm feeling great otherwise. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. You know, tomorrow I have to go work out with a personal trainer that my job is making me get. They're making me get a personal trainer so that I can help myself to get in shape, which is, if you really think about it, is an amazing perk to have. But I just dread the idea of trying to get healthy and trying to get back into shape. But I know that I need to do it, because I don't know. I've been avoiding that for a while now. I've tried getting back into shape, but I always end up making excuses for myself, and I need to be better about it. So I'm working on it, and hopefully this will kind of kickstart me. And they're gonna help me to map out, my goals and how I want to do things and all that good stuff. Personal trainers are very nice and they are very good, and I would highly recommend them to anybody. I have had a personal trainer before. Granted, there are certain extents that, you can have a personal trainer too, meaning that, you don't have to have a personal trainer telling you, essentially how to live your life, like, how to eat and whatnot. But you can, and the personal trainer that I had was just helping me, try to understand what workouts work best for me, basically. Trying to help me get a grasp on, working out in general, what workouts I can do on my own, stuff like that, and helping me to get in shape too at the same time. So there are definitely a lot of benefits. I know that they can be expensive though. Well, good ones anyway. But I think that, especially if you're really looking to change things around for yourself and make yourself more healthy, that personal trainers can do wonders for you. That's at least what I've heard. Members of my family have had personal trainers, and they say that they have done wonderful things for them. So I'm definitely like on board with it, and I definitely think that it would be good for me. I just dread the idea of actually working out, which is like it's a very like I don't know, a very bad thing to say, I guess. Kind of goes to show how lazy I am, and how much I don't like taking care of myself. But I mean, it's just like I would much rather sit here and play video games rather than focus on making myself healthy, so that I will be able to lead a happy life later on, but anyway, I need more water. So run is still looking good. We still have entirely temporary HP, and I think it's gonna stay that way. It wouldn't change unless we got an HP upgrade, which is unlikely, but not impossible. And yeah, I mean, from an offensive standpoint, we are really good right now. It is really just a matter of the HP now that we kind of have to have in the back of our minds as we're playing here. Yeah, I don't like that. That wasn't good. Alright, am I losing my mind? Where's this, Okay. Alright, I see where it should be, anyway. You know what? I can handle it. No problem. Hit me with your best shot. Okay, take it back. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. I suddenly feel like I made a very poor mistake. There we go. Well, I mean, not that poor of a mistake. Alright. Where am I? Okay, here we go. We gotta go back up here. And then up here. And then up here. Through here. There we go. Bam, baby. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Don't want it. I'm gonna pop that. Don't want you. And we'll take that, which gives us the speed upgrade. Which is, you know, it's fine. It's not great. It's not bad. Another luck upgrade. Hey, I'll take it, dude. Yeah, dude. I'll take it. Alright, let's go. Okay, the hollow. Easy money. Easy money. I have to fight this guy in normal rooms. All the fucking time. Alright, what do you got for me? Okay. I'll take the additional spirit hearts, sure. And I will pop these pills as well. So we did get a red heart container back, which is nice, and we got a speed upgrade as well. So, looking real good at the moment. You know, looking real strong. I am not concerned at all at the moment about this run. You know, there's always that thought in the back of your head that things could go wrong, and that's why you're constantly trying to improve yourself, but, you know, like, it is very minimal at the moment. Feel very confident in our ability here. We'll take egg tears as well. And oh, Jesus Christ. Gee. You guys did not make that fun. I'm trying to have fun here. I almost took damage. There, I actually took damage. God, I can't even see where I am half the time. My brain hasn't woken up yet. Fully. So it's like it's doing its damnedest to try and keep up with where my tiny little body is on the screen. Alright, well, we'd much rather have the strength card, I think. Yeah, I definitely need to wake myself up because I gotta drive, I think, for around like 6 hours round trip. I have to drive out to Toledo. You know, which is not I mean, I don't mind driving, but it's not necessarily something I'm looking forward to. I have to drive a friend out there. The drive back is mainly what I'm not looking forward to. You know, driving my friend there, not a problem. You know, we can chat it up. We can listen to music. It'll be a good time. Driving back by myself, you know, with my music and my thoughts, you know, not as fun of a time, but it'll be good. It'll be all right. Oh, you motherfucker. I mean, that was my fault, but I blame you for doing that to me. got? We get justice, sure. All right. Ooh, we got a tinted rock here too. Okay. Well, hey, didn't have to use a bomb. That is good in my book. Where you fuckers at? You fuckers think you can get away from me just because you disappear and then reappear in places that I cannot see? I don't think so, buddy. Did we find the item room? We definitely did. Okay. We've been in every place except here, so for the most part. If I could get another deal with the devil, that'd be pretty sweet. No? Okay. I don't think I want that, to be honest with you. I mean, well, you know what? Yeah, we're going to take it because it's not like I have a consistent supply of, you know, temporary HP. It's, you know, and I want to be able to prepare for the future as well. Just something that I don't do a whole lot of. Okay, those were all very good pills that I could not take advantage of. Well, I couldn't take advantage of balls of steel, but... Alright, yeah, definitely give me another justice card. I will definitely take advantage of it. Definitely. Say that. I say definitely too often. I say literally too often, although everybody has that problem. We need to get our English together, man. We make ourselves look bad in front of everybody else. All us English speakers. You know, I don't know if, you know, if other languages are plagued by the same problems that the English language is plagued by, but we make ourselves look like idiots. Granted, you know, Americans make themselves look like idiots for a lot of different reasons, but you know, English speakers, which, you know, is not always Americans, you know, which it encompasses a large group of people, but mainly Americans, at least in what I'm referencing. You know, we tend to, like, do stupid things with our language. Like, you know, pop in literally into every sentence, or they say things like ya yeet, you know, like I mean, what are we doing? Really makes you wonder, like what's gonna happen to our children and our grandchildren, you know, like what are they gonna be saying? Are they gonna be saying you know, I don't know, is ya yeet just gonna be like commonplace for them at that point, you know, like, and not even unironically, you know, is that the point we're gonna reach? I don't know, it makes you wonder. I'm just kidding, by the way, you know, like, I don't think the English language is like under attack or in a bad place necessarily. I do think that people oftentimes rather use words that they don't understand as a means of trying to make themselves look better. I think that is something that happens a lot, especially with the advent of Twitter. See, that was a little joke, because I don't necessarily know what the word advent means. I think I have an idea of what it means, but I'm not entirely sure. Yet I used it in that sentence to be ironic, you know. But anyway, you know, with Twitter, I think especially people can, I don't know. Well, I mean, it enables people to spout their bullshit, but you know, like, I think it allows people to try and make themselves seem like they are a lot smarter than they are, you know. Blank card. I mean, I don't. The lovers, I would not want to have blank card around for, to be honest. If it was the Hierophant or the Joker card, yeah, I'd keep it around. But otherwise, I don't think it has any use. To me. Please give me something good. Why do you only give me bad? Why did you... You only gave me bad. You only hurt my heart, you know? This was the last shop that I was going to be able to go into, and now, you know, I don't even have any bombs to blow these things up. Way to go. Way to go. You really outdid yourself this time. Alright, well, I don't want to leave just yet. I would like to acquire some bombs so that I can... I mean, can I buy a bomb in here? Probably not. I don't remember seeing... Oh, no, there is. Here we go. And I guess we'll have to decide what is more important. I mean, we're probably not going to be able to take advantage of that tinted rock, and we already got small rock, so... You know what? Give me Bob's Brain. I'm okay with Bob's Brain. I think that it is an okay item. Not always the greatest, but I think that it can be useful. Holy shit, I almost walked into that. Oh, I was trying to get that skeletal key. There we go. Or the skeleton key, rather. The chariot would much rather have that. I think we're gonna want finger. I mean, neither one of those items were all that great, but I think finger is better. Hopefully we can get a deal with the devil here. And really build ourselves up before we go on to the next floors. That would be ideal. You know what? I mean, finger is actually better than or at least is working out better for us than I thought it would. I didn't realize it had as much range on it as it does. Ooh! Abaddon. Absolute score. Hell yeah, brother. I'll take that every time I see it. Hands down. Unless I absolutely cannot. I don't have any bombs. That's okay. We are very strong offensively. Like, I am not in the least bit concerned in that department. You know what? I don't need to be in here. I don't need to go through that. That is a waste of my time. At this point, I just want to find the boss fights as quickly as possible. I don't want to waste any time. You know, because we don't need to risk taking unnecessary damage at this point. You know, because all the cards are stacked in our favor. You know, for the most part. The world. Yeah, sure. I was already heading the right direction, but it's okay. I'd rather confirm it than not know, you know? Alright, let's go. God, sometimes I can't even tell what's happening on the screen because there's so much going on. I like it, though. I think this is like my first time fighting the matriarch. No, no, it can't be. That's good. You know, I have not fought her many times though. I definitely have though. You know, I know that for sure. You know, give me that. Sure. I'll take another red heart container. Gives us a little bit more sustainable HP. Absolutely on board with that. And that is the problem with having Bob's brain. But, you know, I knew that risk, and I took that risk, and I think it's still paying off for us. I think we're definitely taking a little bit more damage than we should be. Alright. Okay. There you go. God damn it. Why'd you spawn there? Motherfucker. That makes me mad. Alright, I mean, the stars is a useless card at this point because it's just going to randomly teleport us somewhere. Although, actually, that would not benefit us at all, I think. Let's go. You know what, and yeah, open this up. What's in here? Did give us a spirit heart, which I'm happy about. Give me that key. Thank you. Alright, here we go. It lives. It's alive! It's from Frankenstein, right? I like some adaptation or rendition of Frankenstein. Okay, I don't want either one of these. You know what? I was actually going to go back and take Guppy's head. F me. F me. God damn. I really was, I promise. Alright, well, I'm not going through that just to get a pill. You know. I'll pop pills when I see them, but I'm not gonna... I am not going to go through all of that. Oh, hey, look at that. Boss fight is real close by. That's rare. Okay, you will not get this, alright? If you're gonna throw 6 hands at me like you did that one time, better cut me a little bit of slack. There we go. And here we go. Alright, I gotta try and stand relatively close for the added damage effect of the finger. But, I mean, we don't need to worry about it too much. We deal a lot of damage otherwise, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's nice adding on to it. You know, really reminding the enemies, you know, who they're fucking with, you know? That kind of thing. No, we want this. Give me this. Alright. Here we go. We can get a couple more good items here. We will be set, I think. What is this? I am seeing red. Okay, you know, I'm not opposed to it. I don't think it's great, but I'm not opposed to it. I do want to see what do we get here. Another luck upgrade. An explosive diarrhea. Okay. Not a problem. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, it makes everything extremely hard to see. Like, I have no idea what's going on half the time. Alright, let's go. Go in here. And see, like, to me, like, I should be taking an insane amount of damage. But I guess, you know, I'm not really seeing what's going on, because, I'm not taking an insane amount of damage. And maybe that has to do with infamy or something like that, you know, or the amount of protection that I have. I don't know. Because now I'm taking a lot of damage, actually. Mainly because they're, like, I don't know how many goddamn peeps in here. Alright, that is horrible. Why would you give me that? That doesn't help me. How does that help us win now? It's a joke for all you NFL fans out there. It's not a good joke, but it was a joke. Yeah, you know what? Give me more rooms like this where, you know, I don't feel like I'm fucking losing my mind trying to keep track of everything that's going on the screen. Don't get me wrong, that has its benefits, but does not seem like it's doing me too many favors at the moment. Fuck. What is this? Oh, poison damage. Okay, got it. Let's go down here. I mean, realistically, if we can get into the boss fight, I think we'll be fine. The issue is finding it, and that's what this floor is all about, is, you know, trying to find the boss fight is what is really, like, the challenge here, because the boss fight isn't bad at all. It's getting there that's the issue. I would know. I am an elite Isaac player. I know what I am talking about. Should take my word for it. Alright, well, I mean, we could definitely do with more HP. It was pretty useless, but at least it told us, you know, that we're on the right path. I guess, I mean, I already figured, but this is not cool. Okay. What is this? Reroll into something else. The D4. I don't know what that does. To be honest, like, I don't want to reroll my entire run on accident. So doesn't matter. We won. Hell yeah. Give me that bonus. I mean, you know, to be honest, that second run, when we were starting out for like the first 10 minutes, I didn't think that run was going anywhere. But, I mean, it took off. Like, we were insanely strong towards the end there. And it turns out that play for ceremonial robes and the pact was a very good play for us, you know. So I'm proud of myself for that. But anyway, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode of The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, let me know down in the comments section below. Like the video and share it with your friends. Let me know you want to see more of any game series I do here on the channel. The link down to the game is in the description box below if you want to pick it up for yourself. Subscribe to my channel for more gaming content. I play all sorts of games on my channel. Thank you guys very much for watching. Love you very much, and I will talk to you later.